Hi, my name is Chadrick Mack, and for this class project, I focused on education using digital virtual assistants. I built a Google page or site, and from there, I added a video on why we should use virtual assistants. And the target audience of why we should use virtual assistants is for those instructors, educators, anyone building instruction or instructional designs that want newer technology, would need to build in help and build in tutors without having to potentially pay for teachers' assistants or needing online help. So this was a way to spark the opportunity to leverage virtual assistants in the classroom or in instruction. So there's a video here that I added, and you can click on it, and it's about 2 minutes long, or a minute 43, and it just talks about it, kind of markets or advertises the value in using virtual assistants. It's a little fun video I created. And then I created a workflow that is linear but can allow the student or the person on the page to bounce around. So if you go the linear method, it starts with an overview, uh, module 1, module 2, and a module 3. There's a little fun video here about the history of digital assistants. So from there, you can either start at the beginning with the overview, or you can go to the top and there's a menu. In the menu, you have the home overview. Then you have the human module 1, human virtual assistants, digital virtual assistants, and then you have the smarter mechanisms. And then we have our references. What we're going to do is start from the overview by clicking on the link. This provides overview, brief um, reason why we should be leveraging virtual assistants. And then there's an example of an Amazon Echo in the classroom. On each page, there's a navigation where you can go to the next page. So click on that, and it launches the first module, which is human virtual assistants. This really focuses on why virtual assistants became popular, why there's value in hiring a virtual assistant, especially if you're doing online. The second one here is the teacher assistants, the traditional assistants that a college teacher may have, or high school or primary or secondary education teachers might have. Up here it talks about hiring a virtual assistant for online. And then these are with humans. Now, there's a lot of value in those. Um, up here there's, things, tasks that they can provide. But there are some challenges, quality, cost, availability. So it talks about the challenges and you have the summary. When we move from there, we go to the digital virtual assistants. So if I click up here this time in the navigation, it brings us to, we start to broaden it, move shifting from humans to virtual assistants. But before we get there, we have to talk about the emergence of learning assistants, doing simple tasks or grading papers. There's some value of learning assistants, but there's also some cons which are similar to virtual assistants. So for module 1, we start to do that shift of why not shift to a virtual environment. Then the next one is the digital virtual overview. We talk about the communication style, taking simple tasking, making them more personal with algorithms and artificial intelligence. How the social exposure over here of how we moved up uh, virtual assistants as priority in our home life. And so, because of that, people are getting used to virtual assistants. And then here, this is an interesting article that I found. Um, it's about the voice in the machine, about how it's important that people feel that there's actually a voice in the machine, and they're more likely to speak to the device or to the mechanism and communicate with it if it feels like it's personable versus a machine just talking like the old style mechanisms. Down at the bottom, I have that navigation, so I'm going to click on this one this time, and then we move it to the examples, and it just talks about a couple examples of using different automatic speech recognition and video models and capturing models, and uh, how we're moving the virtual assistants to be more like social bots. There's a social bot prize contest that Alexa did. I introduced Twitter in here just as an idea to embedded Twitter as an idea that even Twitter interactions. The database for Twitter can be searched by virtual assistants. So there's a wide variety of databases that virtual assistants can leverage. From here, in that second module, we finish up with Meet the Assistants. So here's like what should I use? There's a lot of versions out there. There's a couple of videos on these, and then brief about Apple, Siri, Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa. So from there, we move to the third module, Smarter Mechanisms. This is where we get a bit technical, where we evolve the virtual assistants using natural language. We do dialogue databases. Um, from there, we start talking about introducing complex algorithms with artificial intelligence. Here you can click, um, if I click there, talks about AI, goes directly to AI. And there's all these fun articles and videos about how we leverage AI in the virtual assistants to make them smarter. And then after that, we introduce natural language. Natural language allows the system to be more personable, to make it sound like there's a true conversation versus just simple feedback. And there's some more videos here on natural language. That completes the instruction. I did add references. There was a lot of good articles, but a couple of them were hard to find because of the newer technology and content. One of the greatest things that I learned from building this is the complex algorithms and models and speech recognition that can be injected or layered on top of the like a simple chatbot with the artificial intelligence to make that natural language component that allows for that free flowing conversation and show how we're moving virtual assistants to more conversational interactions versus just machine question and answer. So, thank you.